Was smoking all my dragons, divine righteous, almighty greats, overachieving, never slacking. Back with another reaction. Today we got British Footpaths, Our Living History. Not sure why it says UK versus US, but I guess I'm gonna find out. I love history. What can I say, guys? I love learning about history. Love learning about new things. Love learning about different cultures. And I have no clue what British footpaths are, and that interests me. That sparks an interest because I know I'm about to find out something new that I literally have no idea anything about. And the beauty of this is, summer. It's about to be summer. Literally, the weather's been breaking. It's blazing hot out here where I'm at. And summertime when I'm out and about, I can have so many different conversations with people because you'll be surprised the type of conversations that pop up when I talk to different people and they start to mention things that I'm like, oh, I start thinking like, man, I've studied that on YouTube, and then I can engage, not just engage in the conversation, but I can engage from a more informative point of view and a better perspective, a more clear perspective, and I could really understand the things that they talk about when they mention certain things. Like if someone says something about the Queen's Guard, one of my clients, she's visited London. She loves London. Actually, when you guys see me doing reactions from her house, you could probably see a sign in the back that says London, because she absolutely loves London. And her daughters have went to school out there, and when I talk to her now, it's like a certain thing she says that I just understand more. Windsor Castle, things like that, because of YouTube. So much love to all of you who definitely come without judgment and come with an open mind and are very understanding and help me to understand things even when I pronounce things wrong, even if I don't get a certain joke because I'm American or whatsoever. The ones out there who are just very understanding and patient with me, I respect you so much. And maybe one day we'll meet, who knows. But with that being said, we're going to hop into this video. British Footpaths, Our Living History. Here we go.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Mac. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today, I'm just out here looking at some of the fields that we helped Farmer Jim plant a couple of weeks ago. The oats are starting to come up really, really nice. But you know what? That's not what's really cool about where I'm walking today. I'm actually walking on a footpath. Now this is something that is unique, I think, to the UK and possibly Europe, but definitely not in the US. Not like this. Let's talk about it. Okay, so now, of course, the US has hiking trails and footpaths and things of that sort. But what's unique in this situation that's not replicated in the United States is that this footpath cuts directly across private property. It cuts through the middle of the field. And that's something I don't think you'll find in many places in the US. But we're talking about a path that cuts across private property across someone's field. This wouldn't happen in the US. There are no trespassing signs, and then just the general idea and knowledge that you can't cross onto anyone's private property in the US. And there definitely would not be.
Yeah, in the U.S., that's dangerous. You go out to the country and you walk through these paths or cornfields or whatever, anything similar to this, you liable to get shot for sure, 100%. You liable to get shot. Uh, One time I was riding my bike far, like from where I'm from in upstate New York, and I was riding to Pennsylvania, right? And I was in the back roads like that, and somebody's dog, I heard her go, "Oh shh." And when she said that, I automatically knew like her dog was loose, this big giant dog, and it was just chasing me. And when she said, "Oh shh," I knew I was in trouble because then I'm like, okay, if she's pretty much saying she has no control over her dog. And I was just pedaling and pedaling and pedaling and pedaling. I look behind me, the dog's still chasing me. I'm pedaling, I'm pedaling, I'm pedaling. Look behind me, the dog's still chasing me. I'm pedaling. Finally, I looked back and the dog slowed down, but then ahead of me was a pack of coyotes. But that's a whole nother story for another time.
Maintain footpaths cutting across someone's field. Again, if farmers are generous, landowners are generous, and if there's a historical path there, they may allow it. It would run along the edge of the field. I promise you, it would almost never cut across the center of what is a planted field. That's what's really unique about the British footpaths in relation to the US footpaths. Okay, so let's clarify. The US absolutely has footpaths and trails and places where you can walk all across the country, just like here in the UK. Okay, you can see it right here, how the path cuts directly through the middle of the field. Now, in the US, there's so many places where farmers may allow paths to go along the edge of the field. If there's a historical path, you could possibly see that. But you won't see paths cutting through the middle of a planted field. Anyways, since we're out here, let's go for a little walk.
So beautiful out there, though. It just feels like freedom. I love it. I love it. I'm a big meditation guy. I meditate every day. So right there is just meditation. Could you imagine that in the fall? Fall is my favorite season. Could you imagine how that would look fall time? I mean, just stunning.
When I say that the US doesn't have the history of footpaths, I mean really doesn't have the history. Some of these footpaths date back to 5000 BC, back to the Neolithic and the Iron Age. That's how old some of these footpaths are. Some of these Neolithic footpaths were updated by the Romans between 43 and 410 AD. We're still talking really old. I mean, centuries old. So the Anglo-Saxons also developed some of these footpaths. So between the Romans and the Neolithic times, these footpaths are really old. And although it's hard to tell and date any specific path, if you follow it to its ending destination, they could give you some clue as to which culture and time frame and when it was updated last. The great thing is that the UK continued to support these paths, and people are still allowed to use them as freely as they've always used them in historical times. And if you're wondering what this yellow flower is this in this field here, this is a Brassica family, and plant is used to produce your rapeseed oil. This is a rape plant, and so it's a rapeseed oil. It's in the Brassica family. Same family as cabbage and turnips and things of that sort.
That is a sight to see. It has that feel good vibe. Feel good. You know, you see it, you feel good. You want to smile. You just want to feel. Your vibration is just raised. I love it.
Okay, so here you can see right behind me, you can actually see there's a hedge. This is a property line. It goes from one farmer's property into another. But you can see this path that's put here between the hedge. There's a ditch there, covers the ditch. The farmers actually maintain this to maintain the integrity of the footpath. But I tell you, this is absolutely gorgeous.
It really
As far
is.
as I can see, in the distant background, you have the rolling English hills, just lovely. Then here you get this path walking through this field with all these beautiful yellow flowers all around you. I tell you, yeah.
Just looking at that would inspire so much in my mind, in my imagination. Uh I feel like I could write a couple books just right out there. Just it just feels free, you know. You don't want to even think about anything stressful or the busyness of being in a mid or large size city, or even a town sometimes can get very busy, especially in America now. You got so many people from inner cities that have moved into the suburbs or smaller areas, and it's a lot of more hustling bustly. So things like this, just looking at this right there, that photo of him. I mean, it just feels so peaceful. It feels absolutely beautiful, and I'm somebody who really appreciates that.
I wish you could be here to see this in person, but I'm trying to show it to you so you can appreciate it. Okay, I know I already mentioned it, but seriously, it is literally a sea of yellow. It's just as far as I can see. You can see some trees sticking up through, in different places, but just the fields just extend, and it's just yellow field after yellow field after yellow field. And then I've walked through several yellow fields already to get to this point. So it's just really beautiful. If you you ever get a chance to drive out through the spring, through the English countryside, you can see this for yourself. If you ever get that opportunity, I do suggest you take it. It is really beautiful. If you can find a footpath.
Who knows? Maybe I'm looking at an older version of me one day. Where I'm gonna be out there just touring and showing you guys like, look, I finally made it. Listen, I'm 31. I'm not sure how old he is, but hopefully it's not too long for me, and I'll be out there. That is just, I love it.
Walk along the footpath. Of course, you have to stay on the footpath. You can't go walking across the fields. So I'm starting to lose daylight, so I'm going to finish up this walk. But hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along with our family. We love to point out those differences between the US and the UK, and we love international travel. So if you like those things, be sure to click that like button and be sure to subscribe and follow along with us on our journey. Okay, until the next time, take care.
Walking through a vast sea of yellow puts me in mind of the Elysian Fields. Although this is a field of nothing but monocultured crops, there is still beauty in nature that cannot be overlooked, nor should it be.
Definitely check him out. Original link in the description. That video was amazing. Thank you to him for just being able to show his followers that beauty. Man, one thing about the UK that I personally I feel like they live amongst each other a lot more, with a lot more unity and respect for just for each other's property. I could be wrong, but from what it seems like I said, if you in America, the no trespassing, you would go and see the signs like, hey, don't fear the owner, or what did you see the signs like? It's not the dog you should fear, it's the owner, or this house you will get shot, and all type of Americans is crazy, right? All type of warnings, right? But it's because so much is, people don't really trust each other too much. Obviously, certain neighborhoods are different. There's certain places that, they're special. You got certain areas that are really special, but I'm yet to really see too much of that. I know my hometown used to be like that, very special, to where people wouldn't mind if, kids are, playing in their backyard or something like that. But it seems like as those older generations, died off, the ones that used to make Halloween special and the ones that used to decorate all through the holidays, Christmas, all that stuff, once they died off, and then their kids that were spoiled kind of took their place, it seems like things definitely changed more, and people became more guarded, and it's like, those spoiled kids, I want to say, that are like in their 40s, 50s, and this is coming from me talking to older folks too that are still around, that tell me this is what they see. Those spoiled ones, they're kind of still, a lot of them are kind of in competition, like, with younger ones through social media, and they really don't, it's just really weird times is what I'm trying to say. It's not really like that community, unity, freedom. It's not as common. I'm sure, I know it's out there in America, out here, but it's not as common. People are very guarded, especially after 2020. Then you got that and all the fear, So it's like people are so much more guarded out here. But what I'm saying is, in the UK, it feels like they still got that culture of unity and respect, and they definitely got that hospitality. That's just from what I see. Like I said, I could be wrong. I don't mind being told I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong, because being wrong is how you learn anyway. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But that's just what it seems to me. I can't think of an area that looks like that where I could go to and not have to watch my back. I'm just being honest. I remember when I was living in New York City, when I was in the Bronx, and I forgot what water it was. It wasn't the Hudson River. It was, I don't remember which water it was, but I was riding my bike, and I was just riding through these different neighborhoods, and I was up by for some reason I cannot think of what these places are called, but it was a large body of water, and I'm riding closer to it. I love water, right? I'm riding closer to it. I'm like, yes, I'm getting close. I'm getting close. And by the time I got there, I noticed like the neighborhood. It was a nicer neighborhood, but it was like everything was fenced off. You could not get to that water. Everything was fenced off. There was like the yacht clubs and all the stuff, but everything was fenced off. It was like, no, you can't get back here, right? And I'm like, geez, dang, people can't even really, it's a struggle just to find a secluded area where you can really enjoy nature. So, but when I go to my hometown, yeah, I got the Susquehanna River, which is geologically considered the oldest river in the world, and in upstate New York, Endicott, New York. I got my spots, um, and I hope that those stay sacred for as long as possible. But overall, like I said, it's not to just go somewhere like where he's at and just with nobody else around and just be free like that. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not sure where I would take someone at that point. We'd be searching. But with that being said, guys, original link in the description. That was British Footpaths, Our Living History. And I loved it. Much love. Original link in the description. And if you'd like more videos like this, definitely hit that like, subscribe, that notification bell, and I'll see you all soon. Enjoy your day.